Hey, it's Dr. D here, or Dr. Glock on, or John Glock on GlockTalk.com. I'm going to do a little ammo / gun review today. Specifically, the concept is finicky gun. As most of you know, or not as most of you know, as some of you may know, I am a Glock guy. Here is one of my Glocks. This is my wife's gun. This is a Walther P22 CA, and it is the basic opposite of this gun as far as I'm concerned. It's not a bad gun. My wife loves it, feels good in her hand, all that good stuff. And for a 22 caliber semi-automatic, it actually functions fairly well and it's reasonably accurate. It is finicky as all hell when it comes to ammunition though. There's certain stuff that it likes, there's certain stuff that it will not cycle on. You need to clean it a lot. All 22 caliber semi-automatics, and my wife seems to like them, are a pain in the butt when you compare them to the never needs cleaning, uses whatever ammo you want Glock. This is my Glock 19. Nevertheless, we'll go through a couple of things on the Walther P22 that I think are useful, particularly if you want to use it any more than just a little bit. First thing in looking at this guy, as you can tell that the front sight I replaced with a fiber optic one. That made targeting a little bit better. The standard sights in this thing are okay, but nothing really to cry home to mom about. Wifey liked it, so that's the bottom line. Okay, I've taken it apart. The other thing that I think is an absolute or really high on my list with regards to what I would replace on a standard Walther P22 is the recoil spring. This gun comes standard with a crappy recoil spring. It comes with a separate post and spring that goes around this post, and it is a pain in the neck to put it on the gun, to take it off the gun, which means taking the slide off and cleaning it, which this thing absolutely demands to operate properly. This thing has to be cleaned essentially every time you shoot it. Another stark contrast to my friend the Glock that I can clean every couple of times I go to the range and be perfectly fine. This thing, you better clean it or it simply will not work. I don't care what ammo you put in it. But if you get this enclosed recoil spring, I bought this thing on eBay for I think around 20 bucks. And this just makes your life so much easier when it comes to field stripping this thing and taking it apart, that it is, in my opinion, the #1 buy you get when you get a Walther P22 is you replace the recoil spring. And I don't do that on any of my Glocks, although the argument of, oh, should you have plastic, yada, 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 inside your Glock? I've heard that a bunch of times. But this thing actually made no real difference in the function of the gun. It's about the same, but cleaning became a whole hell of a lot easier. So just go and get one. There's no question with regards to that. Last thing on our friend the Walther P22 is ammo. This thing basically was built around CCI mini mags, which are expensive. It has a preferred ammo list, and both of these two things that come in bulk packs are on that ammo list, and they both function okay. The only thing about the Remington Golden Bullet is you handle this stuff and it's got all this grimy, greasy crap on it, and it gets all over your hands, which is dirty. The Winchester M22 has this black copper plating as opposed to this kind of bronzish copper plating that comes on the Remington, and this stuff doesn't seem to get on your hands. The other thing, not on the ammo list, there are like 4 different types of ammo that are on the preferred ammo list. One's a Fiocchi, which you can never find around here in California. The other is this Remington, this Winchester, and CCI mini mags, which you can find occasionally, but they sell out fast and they're expensive. Interestingly enough, not on the ammo list and functioning perfectly well in my wife's Walther P22 is this simple American Eagle, which is not coated. It is simple lead, high velocity, 22 caliber long rifle, 40 grain, and it works fine. It's just lead. It's not bronze coated, it's not copper plated, it's relatively available and it works fine for whatever reason in the gun. So my suggestion is, I get any of these you want. Watch out for the Remington. It comes in a value pack, which is nice, but it gets all over your hands. It's kind of a mess. Alright, well those are my brief comments on the Walther P22, which I don't dislike. It's a pretty good gun if you like shooting 22s, and my wife does. but I'm in the position of having to acquire ammo for it as well as clean it and keep it working. So get the recoil spring and grab some ammo in bulk packs, and you should be okay. Have a good one, man. Or lady, as the case may be.